Thanks for listening to English Go Podcast. If you'd like to listen without adverts, read episode transcripts, or listen to extra bonus episodes, please check the description for more details. Hello, I am back with part 2 of my Japan holiday series, and this time I'm going to try and actually speak about the holiday in Japan rather than spending a whole episode talking about vending machines and British transport systems and how bad they are. So where were we? My parents had picked up their Japan Rail Pass ticket and we'd headed back to my flat, and I don't know, I showed them around the flat. That didn't take very long. It's a small flat. But the following day, where did we go? We just went into my local sort of city, and we went to a local sort of chain restaurant, and it's a bit weird, this chain restaurant. It's like completely normal, apart from the fact that there are robot cats serving your food. I can't remember if I've talked about this on the podcast before. I think I did. I seem to remember yes, I have. I remember trying to explain what these robot cats were, because when I say robot cats, it just sounds like absolutely crazy. But they're not. They're like, I think I described them before as like a rubbish bin, like a giant rubbish bin with holes in it, so you can put your trays inside it, and it's got like cat ears and a sort of screen with a cat face on, and it talks in like cat language, like it says meow a lot at the end of things. I don't know why it's a cat. It makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway, so I didn't tell them about these things, and I was really hoping that they wouldn't see them until our meal came. You know, I didn't want to spoil the surprise. So we managed to get into the restaurant, and I sort of steered them to... Oh, no, I didn't, sorry. The lady showed us our seats. She said, you can sit over here. And thankfully, I didn't see them wandering around. They were quite still, these like cat robots. They weren't doing anything, and I don't think they saw them. And then we were just there when we were ordering stuff from the menu, and they spotted one, and the look on their face was just like absolute shock. Like, what on earth is this thing here? And I think they just really enjoyed it. I mean, the first time I saw it, I was amazed. Even though it's sort of like a simple thing to do nowadays. Like the technology it's not like an amazingly advanced, like something, like it's not teleportation. It's just a robot thing delivering your food. But we just don't have anything like that in England. And if I say that, I'm sure someone's going to say, like, actually, there's one restaurant somewhere in England that does have that. But I don't think we do. And certainly not in any chain restaurants. I've never seen anything like that before coming to Japan. So that was a fun place to take them to. Then what else did we do? We went into like a major city in the place where I live, in the prefecture where I live. And I took them to Uniqlo. Do you have Uniqlo in the country that you live in? I don't know. I know we've got quite a few in London and one in Manchester. There are no Uniqlo stores in Birmingham. And my parents hadn't really been there before, but I knew they were like Uniqlo. And the reason is the clothes are like pretty good price and the quality is pretty good. We have some horrible stores, clothes stores in England. Not all of them are horrible, but we have some horrible ones. And I'm thinking particularly of this one shop. No, actually, there's a couple I could mention, to be honest. I hope I'm not going to... I don't know. Like I've got adverts on this podcast. Sometimes I wonder, like, who... I can't hear the adverts. They're inserted automatically. So I don't know. What if one of these shops that I'm going to mention has pays for the adverts that are in this podcast? I don't know, but I'm going to say it anyway. So there's this one shop called Primark, and wow, I don't think they should exist. I think the government should close them down because they produce really cheap clothing that just falls apart. It's really awful stuff, and it's cheap, so people think, oh great, I'm getting a bargain, I'm getting a good deal, but you're not, because you have to buy an item. Maybe the t-shirts are okay, I don't know, but some things just sort of fall apart after a month, or they look really worn out and tired after a month or 3 months or whatever. And another one is H&M. There are H&Ms everywhere, but I think the quality of some of the clothing in H&M is really bad, actually. And that's another one that the government should do something about and say, look, you can't sell this, it's too rubbish. So for example, I think I've talked about this before, haven't I? I bought like a hoodie type thing, like a jumper with a hood on it, from H&M. And after about 3 months, it looked horrible. Like all the shape had stretched, and the material had these little balls on it, and it just looked old and worn, and like I'd had it for years. And it was about it was £14, I think, thereabouts, £14. And I also bought a hoodie from Muji, which is a Japanese store, and we have Muji in Birmingham. And that was twice the price. It cost me £30. I've still got that hoodie. How many years have I had it? Ooh, it might be something stupid like 8 years now. And to be honest, I've left it in England because I don't like it. I bought it, and it's sort of like a pink colour. And after I bought it, I thought, actually, I don't like this colour. But I keep wearing it because it seems a shame to throw it away. It's very wasteful if I just throw it away. That's no good, is it? So I keep wearing it, and I keep hoping, one day it's going to look old, and then I can throw it away. It never does. I don't know what it's made of. It's like it's indestructible. You can't destroy it. So if I keep buying hoodies from, H&M or Primark, they will last 3 months, and then it looks like you have to throw them away. But if I buy a good quality, if I spend twice as much money and get a good quality hoodie from somewhere, it can last for years. So that's why I think the government should stop these shops, because it just increases all the waste of electricity and stuff making the clothes in the first place, waste of fuel shipping them over from China or Bangladesh or Indonesia or wherever they're made, shipping them all the way over to England, and then just having to throw them away so quickly after they wear out. It should be a crime. They should arrest people who do that, but they don't. Anyway. So yeah, my parents really liked Uniqlo, because I don't know if you've got a Uniqlo in your country. I was going to say, if you do have a Uniqlo in your country, check it out, because the clothes are good quality, reasonably good quality. But the prices are probably pretty crap, to be honest. I was looking at the prices recently of the clothes that are sold in Uniqlo in England versus Uniqlo in Japan, and I'm not joking. They're over twice as expensive. The exact same product costs about 2.5 times more to buy in England than it does to buy in Japan. What on earth is that all about? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I'd expect it to be a little bit more expensive. Maybe, but even that doesn't... Why? Maybe has it got a bit further to travel? They're not made in Japan, these clothes. No, I don't think there's any good reason why they should be more expensive. Maybe it's not so popular in England. Uniqlo was definitely not as popular in England as it is in Japan. So yeah, okay, maybe a little bit more expensive, but 2.5 times more expensive. What is that about? That's just someone being evil, isn't it? they're trying to, I think in England, they're trying to like, they know the clothes are good quality, that's the trouble. And they know English people buy lots of bad quality clothes and no one cares. So they've realized, wait a minute, we can charge 2.5 times more for these clothes. They're like, the quality is so much better than what English people buy from H&M and Primark and all the other rubbish shops. They've realized they can charge loads of money. So that's why I took my parents to Uniqlo over here, because you can just buy cheap clothes, cheap, good quality clothes. And that's something that people in Japan should be proud of, I think. I think it's very good for sustainability. It's good for a sustainable world, you know. It's good if you can make good quality clothes that don't wear out so quickly. It's good for the world. So yes, you should be proud of that, people of Japan. Anyway, I have done exactly what I said I wouldn't do. I've spent more time talking about topics completely unrelated to my holiday. Should I even call this episode like Japan Holiday Part 2? It's not worthy of that title, is it? I've just talked about clothes all the time. But I don't know. I'll call it Japan Holiday Part 2. And let's see. Maybe in Part 3, maybe it will really get started. Who knows? But until next time, bye-bye.